everyone, welcome back to the kitchen. Today we are starting a new series, Recipes for New Cooks. This is a recipe for a non-breaded chicken parm that you make in a skillet on top of the stove, and you can have this on the table in less than a half an hour. So let's go see how this all comes together. And welcome back to the kitchen. Today I'm going to start a new series, Recipes for New Cooks. You know, this is all brought on by my daughters who are on the precipice of, you know, moving out and starting their own lives and what have you. They both have very serious boyfriends and they both have really good jobs, and so Molly, my oldest, she loves to cook. She really takes the bull by the horns when it comes to that. She knows her way around a kitchen. She spent a lot of time from when she was really young doing that. And so even now she'll call me with questions. And then my youngest has recently started a new job, and she's starting to call me with questions even though she had really no desire to learn how to cook. Now she's figuring out that if she needs to eat, that she probably needs to learn how to cook some simple things at least. And she and her boyfriend kind of cook together and what have you. So these are things that you can make if you're a beginner cook or a seasoned one. Maybe you're an empty nester and you just have the two of you, or maybe it's just one of you. You can adapt these very easily to make smaller portions or larger portions or what have you. You can even freeze some of these after you prepare them. But today we're going to make a quick and easy chicken parmesan that is not going to be breaded. We're going to saute the chicken until it's done, and then we're just going to cover it with some pasta sauce and some cheese, and we're going to call that good. We're going to boil some water while we're cooking our chicken, and we're going to make our favorite pasta. So when we're done using up the sauce that we're going to use on our chicken, we're going to take the remainder of the sauce that we didn't use and we're going to dress our pasta with it, and then we're going to make a vegetable and we're going to enjoy our meal. So what I have here are 2 large chicken breasts that I have butterflied, meaning I have sliced them in half long ways. You do not have to do this yourself if you don't want to. You can buy chicken breasts that are already in the package that are called thin sliced, and you can go from there. I'm going to season this up with some Cavender's Greek seasoning, as well as this Mrs. Dash salt-free garlic and herb seasoning, which we love. And you can use your favorite Italian seasoning, your favorite pizza seasoning, whatever you have on hand. Just go for it. We're going to be using some grated fresh Parmesan, as well as some whole milk mozzarella. You can use whatever you have available to you. This is not, I used to say this isn't rocket science, and I think some people got offended by that, but I don't say that to offend. I say that to mean this is really simple, but even if you have never done this before, you are going to be able to do this very easily, and you're going to be able to do it very quickly, and it's going to be very delicious. Okay, all I'm going to do is season my chicken now. You want to do this on one side while I have it laid out on the plate, and while you're doing this, you want to heat up your skillet and grab a couple tablespoons of oil. You can use olive oil, you can use neutral oil. Today I'm just going to use some neutral sunflower oil. Then we'll season the other side once we get it in the pan. Now we're going to head over to the stove. Okay, I've had my skillet heating over medium-high heat, so I have mine on a 6. I have some oil here. We're just going to go ahead and get that going in the pan, and then we're going to take our chicken. Now, my skillet here is a non-stick skillet, and we're just going to go ahead and put our chicken seasoned side down in here and kind of run it around so that it gets some of that good oil on it. And now we're going to season the other side while this is cooking. Alright, now we're going to continue cooking these until they are almost, you're going to see some white around the edges, and then we'll know it's time to flip them over, and I'll be back when it's time to do that. Okay, when you see that the chicken is starting to get a little bit, doesn't look raw anymore around the edges, that's the best way I can describe it, that's when you know it's time to flip it over. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. You can see how beautiful it is on this side. And now we're going to just cook it on this side after we flip it. until it is completely done. And you're going to want to check that by either using a meat thermometer and it registers 165 degrees, or you can just cut into a piece and see that it is done. Now with these thinner pieces of chicken, it does tend to make it so you have to cut it to make sure it's done. But if you do it 4 to 5 minutes on each side, you're definitely going to make sure that it is finished. So we'll be back when this is ready to move on to the next step. Okay, our chicken is done. I cut into it with my tongs. I have confirmed that it is finished. And now we're going to put our sauce on top. I just like to take a spoon and sauce the top of each one. This makes for a super simple, you know, chicken parm. Do you love chicken parm? I mean, everyone in my family loves it. And it's easy to make in the oven, but you know, then you gotta bread it and all of that business. This is a way to do this on a weeknight when you're super busy, you're just getting home and you're tired from the day's work, and you can have it pretty much in a half an hour. First Parmesan, now I'm gonna go in with my mozzarella. And now, if you like, you can hit this with a little pizza seasoning just on top, or some Italian seasoning, or whatever you like. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the burner off, and I'm just gonna let this sit here, and I'm gonna let it melt. And we're gonna wait for our pasta to cook, and then it's gonna be time to eat. All right, just real quick, if you want your cheese to melt evenly, but you don't have a big lid, like this skillet didn't come with a lid, I have this big bowl, and look how nice. Dinner's ready. Let's make a plate. All right, there you have it. Our quick and easy, non-breaded chicken parm. Today we're having some angel hair with the remaining sauce. And that's a good way to use up the 1 jar of sauce. Put some on the chicken, and then the pasta's not overdressed, and everybody loves it. So this, as I said, is really an effort to make a small collection of videos for my daughters who can refer to them and see how you make simple things quickly. So, are you ready to taste it?
I have to.
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. There you go. What do you think?
That's pretty good.
I mean, really, I've made this for the family before.
It's delicious though.
We already know how good this is. And you really can't go wrong with it. I mean, chicken, sauce, cheese, who doesn't like that? So you use what you have on hand, grab yourself some thin sliced chicken, or you can butterfly your own. Make whatever pasta you like, whatever you have on hand. Grab a jar of sauce and make this because you're gonna love it. So I hope that this is helpful for those of you who maybe are just starting your life journey out in the real world, and sometimes it's cheaper to make food than it is to buy food, like prepared. Like you don't wanna eat out all the time, because you are going to throw money away over and over again. You can make this for very little money, you can stick to your grocery budget, and you can be happy. So I hope you try this sometime soon, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.